Excellent, thank you. Okay, so moving swiftly forward, we've got one or two more keynotes for you. Actually, this next person probably flew the farthest to be here. I don't know if she's in the room. Just last week, she was in India celebrating 100 years of Bosch being in India. And the chief minister said something really beautiful about this company. It said, it's not engineering or software, it's culture. And I think that's really beautiful to talk about Bosch and their recent acquisition and work with Atlatec, their investment in Atlatec. We have the founder of Atlatec, Henning, joined by the CDO at Bosch, Tanja. So let's give it up for both of them as they come up on stage. Hello. You can come sit over here. Good to have you. Thank you so much. Do you have a mic? You don't have a mic. There you go. Excellent. Have a seat or precariously lean against it. Yes, there's a lot more people when you stand over here, but they're really nice. Yeah, really nice. Okay, so here we go. Tanja, we've got a couple minutes to share a little bit about yet another great success story of an OEM or a large company working with a startup. For those who do not know, this brainchild... Successfully. We got to make sure that microphone works. But actually, let's do this as a quick test. Can you quickly introduce yourself, make sure your mic is working?
Yes, hello everybody. It's great to be here on stage with you guys, Tanja and Dan. And my name is Henning. I'm the founder of Atlatec. We're based in Karlsruhe and now part of the Robert Bosch Group.
Fantastic. And Tanja, you flew a long distance for this, so let's just make sure your mic is working too.
So I'm normally also based in Stuttgart, but Tanja Rückert, I'm Chief Digital Officer at Bosch, and we are very happy to work with Henning and his company and several of you.
So the next 9 minutes, I want to talk about past, present, and future of this collaboration. Let's start about the very recent past. An investment acquisition was made hardly a few months ago. Why would Bosch even pay attention to a young, strapping startup like Atlatec?
Yeah, because it's really an enrichment of our portfolio. It fits very nice technologically, but also cultural. And I think it's important that you have also strategic fit from a customer perspective. Are you guys looking forward to autonomous driving, level 4, where you don't have to do it on your own? I look forward to it, yeah.
You got one person who's really excited about it too, yes.
And what Henning and his company is doing, really providing digital 3D maps, high resolution. And you might now think, oh, I'm in a car, I have a radar sensor, I have another onboard sensor with video. Why do I need a digital map? Absolutely, if you want to ever reach level 4, you cannot only work with the onboard sensors, you really need to understand your surrounding and what is happening there. And that's why it was like a marriage in heaven. But I think we were really happy to find you guys.
And if you walk around the floor here, you'll actually see another Bosch working with Webasto on roof sensor technology. That car in that corner is about that. So you can take a look at what happens when you put 25 sensors on a roof. So let's talk about the present. I'm going to ask you a cheeky question, Tanja. Forgive me for this question. I'm an entrepreneur. I love being small, nimble, agile, making decisions like this, pivoting. Why would you work with a big company like Bosch? What does that even feel like? Where have you had to Where do you have to compromise, and what's also been exciting for you?
Yeah, for us it's very exciting now to work with our new friends and colleagues at Bosch more closely than we did in the past. But having said that, it's not like we only got to know them by the acquisition, but we already had the chance to work with different departments within Bosch, also as part of STARTUP AUTOBAHN. And some other touch points we have had in the past, which means we had the chance to get to know the team, we had the chance to get to know the strategy to some extent, and like you said, and I'm very happy that you did mention this here, we also felt a very high degree of cultural fit. The way problems are discussed, the way things are laid out, the way people work together, and we just felt very much at home very soon, and then it naturally led to an acquisition, and now we're part of Bosch.
I know we're in Germany, so you'll only answer the nice part of that question, but that was the second part. I said, what has been difficult about this? So you have to answer that. What makes it challenging for a startup to work? Because we have a lot of startups here that are eager to work for big companies, so it could be, take it positively. What's a learning aspect to this?
Yeah, being a small company, we really could make all these decisions by ourselves. We were a very small team, and we could really rapidly adapt to whatever we wanted to do in a very short amount of time. And this is more difficult now, let's put it this way, right? There are many, many more stakeholders now within the Bosch Group with which we need to collaborate and with which we need to make sure we are in alignment with, and that does eat up time in some places, and so we're not that fast anymore.
So Tanja, I'm going to let you respond to that. But more importantly, now, because I also love working with large companies, I know that there's great strength in having resources, processes, systems, scalability. You know, you've got a global footprint. Talk to us a little bit about what you bring to the equation here as a large company.
Yeah, maybe let me first respond, because I think for us as large company, it's very healthy to get disrupted from time to time with a startup and helps us to get faster and leaner. And therefore, I think we really want to have best of both worlds. Mm-hmm. And at Bosch, there's also a change. I think several years ago, it was always, it needs to be invented by me. Right now, it's really more invented together, and there's an openness. But from the success criteria is, if the partnership is a win-win. And there needs to be something in for the startup, and there needs to be something in for the large company. And you asked before, startups sometimes have challenge with scale. So what happens if now 100,000 millions customers are coming, or cars? And there, I think a large company with the resources, with the power of industrialization and the knowledge can help a little bit.
Can you guys share a little bit about the role of Startup Autobahn in your collaboration partnership?
Yeah, maybe I start, and we cannot say that we are 11 years part of it, but the number 11 comes back when I continue in my answer. So Bosch is 2.5 years with Startup Autobahn, and we connected at several stations, but also here, and it was kind of the root or the foundation. But overall, Bosch is right now successfully working with 11 startups out of Startup Autobahn, and therefore it really inspires us in many areas of our business.
Fantastic. I want to talk about the future before I let you guys go. And I know, Henning, you're going to come back later and share a little bit more about Atlatec. But what's next for your partnership and individually as well? Do you want to take it first, Henning?
Yeah, for us it's quite clear, and it's exactly like you said before, right? Being a small company, we were fearless and to some extent maybe clueless in some areas, right? Building some high-tech technology in the team, but then putting that at a much larger scale is quite hard, right? And with large corporations, there is the experience and the knowledge of how to actually do that and go from a small area, small scale, to much larger areas and larger scales. And that's basically also what's kind of ahead of us, to take our technologies that we have, continue working on this and just putting it on a whole next level. And within Bosch, I think we have all the opportunities to do so.
And it absolutely fits to our strategic plan, because we want to offer actuators and sensors, so also hardware elements, to software and maps, where we say we want to have the complete package from a single source to really reach the autonomous driving level 4. And this is what we want to achieve, and there I think we had a great addition. And we want to provide what I said before. We want to help industrialize. We want to help scale it. And this is what we will do, and it will not take too long, because you guys are so fast and innovative. So I think it goes faster to level 4 than we assume.
Excellent. And one of the beautiful things about Startup Autobahn is people are accessible, and they're literally right here. Tanja is here along with the Bosch team, so make sure that you grab them. If you think that you have a technology that might be of interest to them, make sure you talk to them. I also mentioned at 4:45 on this stage, Henning's going to come back. And so you can also, if you are an OEM or you think, oh, this kind of technology could be interesting, come talk to him as well. So ladies and gentlemen, please give them a warm thank you from Startup Autobahn. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.